Now, this stuff is from HameltonBook.com. Now, before I get to the movies, I did get one book. It is a guide to video game movies, which this only goes up to, I think, 2020 or 21. So you go to the table of contents. It starts with the Super Mario Brothers movie from the 80s or 90s. And then it ends with Sonic the Hedgehog, Monster Hunter, and the Werewolves Within movie. So the 2010s. So it talks about the movies and stuff. Like, some of them I heard, like Tomb Raider. Some of them I never heard of, like some of the newer ones. Like, there's the Silent Hill movie I heard of. Ratchet and Clank. What's that? Warcraft movie. And then the newest one, Dynasty Warriors, which I didn't even know existed. So this will be an interesting book to go through. But the main thing I have here is it's not an arc. It's a brick. So I actually went crazy with Hamelton Book this time. So never actually got a box from them before. So I'm actually going to put this off to the side. Okay, so I'll start with one on the top. Day of the Warrior from Mill Creek, Going Deep Undercover, Under the Covers. It is rated R for strong sexual content and some violence. So that's one. Then Phantom of the Opera with Robert Engold. He was Freddy. Now he's Phantom of the Opera. The motion picture from Scream Factory. Wild Orchid 2. This is from Olive Films, which I don't think exists anymore. They did have a few anime titles, even though this is from Korea, I think. The Fake. Then, finally got this. This is one of, I think, $3. Breakin'. Based on a true story of one man's fight to be heard. When denied support from a Veterans Affairs, financially desperate and run out of options, he takes a bank and several of its employees hostage, setting the stage for a tense confrontation with the police based on a true story. From Decal, and the slipcover's the same as the art. Here's another Scream Factory title, Over Your Dead Body. Then at MGM Scorpion release of The Wicked Die Slow. I think most of these were around the $5 price. I'll have to double check. Actually, the paper should be in the bottom. Then I'm gonna butcher the pronunciation. Another Scream Factory title, the Portuguese Tapes, which I know that's not what it says. And then this is from Image. I mean RLJE. Spare parts. Metallic silver, metallic like silk cover. It's the same as the art. A gory and often exhilarating ride. Looks like a. And then this was, I think, maybe $6. Playing with Power. The Nintendo Story. Which, how did they go from a niche playing card company to a global juggernaut in gaming? And this is copyright 2021, so before the Switch 2 came out. So before their decline. Everybody misses Awada. And then Slingshot. With Casey Affleck and somebody else. Oh, Lawrence Fishburne, okay. So this is from another decal movie. That this is from Anchor Bay, Altitude. Your fear of climbing is about your fear of flying is about to climb to a whole new level. Then this is only 4K. This is a cheap one. Crimes of the Future. And 4K, the slipcover is the same. This is also from decal. There's a guy with multiple ears. Terrifying and shocking. There will be blood. Then Spacewalker. Based on a true story. From the producers of Wanted and Apollo 18. This is Cape Light, never heard of them. Sci-fi blockbuster. The First Walk in Space. I think this is one of the few animated movies I got this time. Jack and the Cuckoo Clock Heart. His heart's a cuckoo clock, so I think if he ever falls in love, it'll stop. From Shout. Looks like one of those weird animated movies I would like. He must never touch the hands of the clock. He must master his anger. He must never, ever fall in love. And then another Scream Factory. American Gothic. I forgot how many of these were actually Scream Factory. Well, this one Shout Selects. Dirty, Rotten Scoundrels. Steve Martin and Michael Caine. New 2K scan. Laugh Out Loud Escape. A joy to watch and a delight. Then Exterminators from the year 3000. Also a Scream Factory release. I like TV spots. You don't really see them anymore. Then this is a release from Magnet. Baby Ruby. I always like Magnet titles when they appeared at Dollar Tree. Audacious and Riveted. And this is an IFC Midnight / Scream Factory release. The Wind Demons of the Prairie. Slipcover is the same as the Thing. Fans of Babadook and the Vitch are going to fall under this picture's cold spell. And I didn't realize online there's like a skull and hands there. Loneliness can make you lose your mind. And then 1,000 Cuts from Horizon Movies. Then another IFC Midnight Scream Factory. Our house. In the middle of the street. Our house. An elegant suspenseful throwback to the 1980s. And this is a copyright of 2017. And then, speaking of old movies, here's the original The Town That Dreaded Sundown. I found the remake at Dollar Tree several years ago. So now I get to see the original. Don't get caught in this town after sundown. I like the remake, but now I get to see the original, see how it compares. Then another space-themed movie, this from Decal. It is ISS, International Space Station. Actually, the slipcover is kind of rough on the bottom, but that's fine. The tensions flare on the International Space Station as conflict breaks out on Earth. Really, the Americans and Russian teams each receive orders to take control by any means necessary of this high-stakes space thriller. Then, I hope he drives the Ford, because this is called Crown Vic, probably after the Crown Victoria car that the police interceptors used to always be, the police cars. Right and wrong isn't always black and white. And then Megan Fox in Till Death. Survival is the best revenge. From Till Productions. And Screen Media. Okay. Okay. This looks kind of cheesy, but it actually... Is that Katniss Everdeen? Blackout. Invasion on Earth. Is that Laura... what's her name again? Katniss Everdeen. Jennifer Lawrence. Someone or something is plunging humanity into darkness. Shout Studios. So the cover just made it look like a cheap movie you would find at the Dollar Tree, but they got a less experienced person to make the cover. Then I got The Lodgers. We See You. For Black Banner, Raven Banner releasing. I have a few things by them. Oppressively heavy gothic atmosphere. And it says region free on the bottom there. Then I found this on DVD. I think I got it at Big Lots several years ago. And I got the Blu-ray 3D. At least I'm assuming it's in 3D. Blu-ray 3D. Sector 7. To watch the 3D version of the movie, you need a 3D HD TV. Okay, so this is a Blu-ray 3D. They just didn't, for some reason, use a Blu-ray 3D case. This is 3D done right. You won't want to miss this one. Which I have a 3D TV, so it would be nice to actually see some good 3D movies on it. I get what I get, but... Okay. This is a 2-disc release from Cinegum or whatever. A Night in the Woods. This was one I was thinking about like removing, but I end up keeping it. Oh, and the case is smashed in. The case is cracked in here and smashed. I could ask Golden Wheels and Hamelton Book. Maybe they might be able to do something. We'll put that off to the side. Next is from Cult Epics, Region 0 for the DVD and Region 3 on the Blu-ray. I have to see what year this is. 99.9. A film by Augusti Vigrosa. New high definition. So, how old is this? It says 21. 2K transfer for the original 35mm negative. Interview 2018. The making of it from 1997. So this looks. Oh, it must be an older movie. It's the third feature film directed by that person. Okay. What's funny is, we have a radio station called 99.9. Well, Star 99.9, and like my mother used to listen to it all the time, so there was a fly on the case. So 99.9 just makes it less scary because of the radio station we have in my area. Okay, then, this is different than one of the 8 films to die for, even though it's the same name. Another Scream Factory release of Abandoned, or the Abandoned. The building is empty, but she is not alone. And then you can kind of see like a ghostly face kind of there. Actually looks better on the camera than it does in person. You actually see a little lighter for that eye. A claustrophobic chiller from Dead Central. Actually, let's put this here. Then this was in my save for later or wish list for a while. Scream Factory. It is centigrade, which for the American folks, that's what the rest of the world uses to measure temperature. Except scientists, they use Kelvin. A creepy, crafted, claustrophobic story of a fractured marriage. And then, from Shudder, Don't Grow Up. All the parents are gone, and there's just the kids in a post-apocalyptic world. Eerie, beautiful effects, grisly thrills. Then this is a Shout Factory, Shout Selects, I think. Yeah, it's Shout Selects of Mr. Mom. Kind of like the oddball kind of with all the ones I have. Take it easy on Daddy. Remember, he's a rookie. And then I was on the fence about this, but I ended up getting it. It's another comedy. Sasquatch Sunset. I can't speak today. Bigfoot comedy. This is about North American wilderness family of Sasquatches embark on epic and hilarious journey over the course of a year. And actually, look at the screenshots. It actually looks like they did a good job with the makeup. Then another Scream Factory. Exorcism at 60,000 feet. Fasten your seatbelts and fly the fiendish skies. Then I think the first one, the Frozen Kingdom, that I just got these two, just so I had all 3 of them. I think these kind of sucked, but I don't remember. But the Howard Lovecraft and the Kingdom of Madness and the Undersea Kingdom. I found the DVD of the Frozen Kingdom years ago. When I got all three of them, I don't think they made any more. I don't like how his head's ginormous. I always found that ugly when they do that animated stuff. But I have these two now, so I have all three of them. Need to figure out what order they go in. 18, 17. Okay. So it's Frozen, Undersea, then Madness. And then down to the last two. Then Tommy Lee Jones in The Electric Mist. Grip and edge of your seat thriller. Leads an all-star cast as a psychological thriller based on the best-selling novel by James Lee Burkle. Oh, from Image. Oh, how old is this? What warehouse was this sitting in? Just like all those Burger King games that's been appeared at Dollar Tree over the past year or two. Where were all those sitting? Then this last one is from Shout and IFC Midnight. Knives and Skin. And Refreshingly Weird, Bloody Surreal. And then, ooh, they printed this on the large paper. They printed this on the large paper. You don't see that a lot. Yeah, most of these were $5. A few were $6. A few were $3. Oh. Yeah, I thought there was one missing. Village of the Giants. I ordered it, but it did say sold out, so... they sold out. I wanted that one, but... So I'm one short, but they ran out. So that was from my local HameltonBook.com, because I live in the same state as them. So this is all the stuff I got from them. Which one is your favorite, and what did you get?